Welcome to episode 31. We're continuing the discussion of Toima. And last time I forgot to define Toima. Toi literally means to retreat. So the footwork we're using is a retreating step. We don't refer to it as sidestepping as such because the mind tends to automatically associate the word with the direction. And in English, of course, side conjures up images of something next to me. And I don't want to move to the side. What I want to do is fall back with the pressure of the attack and alter the angle for myself so that it affects the angle of my opponent. So it's more efficient to keep referring to it as Toima or retreating steps because that's exactly what it is. Now, if I invite Jung to come in, if he makes his Ijikimyo-ma, you might recall some episodes ago we talked about the basic stance, and I said that the stance, the Ijikimyo-ma, sets up everything we're ever going to do with our footwork, our foot actions, whether that's stepping, kicking, etc. So because of the structure, if I put any pressure on Jung, his body will instantly want to fall back, and in this case his body has chosen to go down the right side, and it replicates exactly the drill that we already started discussing in the last episode. If he feels the pressure is more to the opposite side, his body will fall to that side. So making your Ijikimyo-ma is already setting up the idea in your body, so it's not a huge leap to create the actual movement. It's just an extension of something you're already doing. To the point where once he's in no stance at all, just standing normally, if pressures are put on his body will be so familiar with that, it will automatically go into the same direction. All right, thanks, Jung. Now, Toima is perfect under most circumstances when the opponent's force and your force are more or less equal. But if you're up against someone who's very powerful, much bigger than you possibly, or just has a lot more momentum in their attack, that original Toima might not be enough. What I want to do, ideally, is get off the line and start hitting straight away. From Toima, automatically become Seoma and attack. But if the force is too great, I might have to adjust my stance, not just once, but possibly twice, before I get control. That leads us to the next idea, which is an extension of Toima. That is, after the original movement, if I'm required to move to this side again, I need to use the same structure, but I can't afford to come back. I can't tell my enemy, hold on a minute, come back, now come after me. No one's going to be there for me to do that. They're not going to wait for me to set myself up. So once I've fallen away once, if I need to go again, I activate the hips the same way and I adjust it again to the same angle. So in this case, I've gone to 7 o'clock. The clock has literally moved with me, so the next 7 o'clock is not behind this left foot anymore, it's over there. 9, 8, 7. So when I move again, I just re-angle. If I needed to do it again, I'd re-angle. On the right-hand side, exactly the same. My first Toima is to 5 o'clock, but if the pressure is too strong, I'll move to the next 5 o'clock. And if necessary, the next 5 o'clock. So to put that in context, if Jung crashes in, use this side so I can move where the camera can see it. If he crashes in here and he keeps applying pressure, he is activating it for me. The only time this is somewhat difficult to do is when you're on your own, because you have to make it happen. When someone's physically pushing you, you don't even have to think about it. Your body is being shown what to do. If everything's in the right place in terms of your structure, it's going to work very, very nicely. We'll leave it there for now because we're already passing our normal time for the tape. So I'll talk to you further next one. See you then.